going to get that right. Thank you, Emma. I think that was really fascinating, and I think it is, recruitment is only the start of the process. I think I want to move on now. We've talked a lot about leadership and a lot about developing people, but actually not to lose sight of what we're actually all here for, okay, and that's profit and profitability. So I'd like to invite Helena from Spire Norway and the Norges Group to talk to us around what they are doing for profitable leadership and the next generation of training. Helen?
So, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Is it still a good morning? Okay. And let's dance. Well, I think somebody else take care of that this morning, so we won't dance now, and I won't sing, because Trudy did that yesterday, so we'll do something else. I have to push the button. I will talk about three things. Keith, thanks. A little bit about Spire in Norway. A little bit about Spire Sim. For those who knows, it's not a game, but it's a simulation training. So I'll just give you a few facts about that for those who heard about that before. Maybe don't everybody knows where Buskedalen is, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about Buskedalen, or what happens there, or what happens in Norway around Buskedalen, and I think everybody knows roads, but I'll tell you about that. We turn to a brief introduction to Spire in Norway. This is a little bit of Norway. It could be like this. For those who doesn't know where we are the red country up there, and it's quite north. And if you turn it the other way around, if you take the northern part of Norway and you turn it around, you come to Africa. So we have quite a long country. And this is more pictures from Norway. It's beautiful. And Lisbeth, my good colleague, will provide you with a little piece of Norway. So you only have one piece each, and I cross my fingers to say that there's one piece for each, although we have to send the box around so you just have a look at it and have a sneeze, because it's a good taste. Enjoy, everybody. Thank you. Everybody in Norway has their own mountain, and that one in the middle, wow. That one is mine. It's Gaustatoppen, and you should really come and have a look at it. It's beautiful. Well, and then we have some numbers. We are about 5 million people in Norway, so we are not many. But we live in the whole country. We didn't cut it in the middle and say that everybody goes out. But we are in all the country.
10 million band.
The total market growth was 2.7% from 2014 to 2015. And we are a part of Norgesgruppen, who is the biggest retailer in the grocery market in Norway. And we have 41.2%. And you see, it's quite some way to the others. Maybe some of you remember that I told you that ICA is gone, actually, because Coop has bought them. So we are only 3 players, actually, in Norway with the size. So we are owned by Norgesgruppen. We have an annual turnover at 1.2 billion euros. We have about 283 Spar stores. In my company, we have almost 1,000 stores, but 283 Spar stores and 192 are owned by retailers. And the combination is a little bit hard with the owned stores and the retailer-owned stores. It's two ways to do the operation. We are about 6,000 employees in the Spar stores, and we are the 5th largest chain in Norway. The main focus the last years have been reinventing and increasing profit. Because we had a problem with profit, and because we were losing retailers, we had to focus on that. And now I'm happy to say that we are going more into focus on leadership. And it's very exciting. 2015 became the Spar year in Norway. We had a total growth at 5.0%, and for the market was 3%. And the organic growth for Spar was 2.9%, and for the market 2.6%. So we are very happy to be in Spar, and the retailers are happy also. So these numbers, I'm not very fan of numbers, but they are good when they're good. They can give energy also. Yes, you see that the market share was 6.9 and increasing by 0.2%. We had 21 new stores in 2015 because of this ICA story, because Coop bought the ICA stores, and then we have some of the ICA stores. So that's why we got 21 new stores, almost the reason. And you see Spar there in range with all the stores, and just point at Joker, who has almost 500 stores also in our company. So they're also with us. But you see, Spar is the 5th in the row. So I just like Keith to speak, and we have a passion for people, and we have a passion for our customer, who are also people. And our vision is to provide our customers with the best local shopping experience. And our vision is to keep our employees to burn for the vision by being down to earth, by being helpful, and by being committed. And that's a key. If we look at Vestbanen, we will see that what's the customer driven by? They're driven by low prices, assortment, location, fresh meat and things. But there are actually 35% of what they're driven by. What's that? It's other. So, okay, let's keep it 35%, maybe we can do something else about. And that's where I think the battlefield is. Actually, you can lower the prices, but I think the other is exciting. I'm a little bit curious now what happens, but I push the button and you see. Maybe you'll see some more part of Norway.
Here at Spar, we have some basic thoughts on who we are and who we should be for our customers. We should be the leading grocery chain for local supermarkets with the best merchants all across the country. We at Spar know our local markets best, and we have the most service-minded employees. Our vision and what we work for every day is to give the customer the best local shopping experience. The customer should always find good offers at Spar. It should be easy to shop at low prices, easy to find several good dinner alternatives, and easy to get assistance. We are committed and helpful when we meet our customers. We are sincere, down to earth, and a smile is never far away. These basic thoughts are with us every day. And that is what makes Spar, Spar.
So that is a commercial that goes on the television, and I think it's feel good. And that's what we want to be in Norway. Ole, that one is my boss, and he said that our employees are Spar Norway's most important asset in building the brand and customer excellence. So nothing new. I think we'll be talking about that for 2.5 days almost. So, and I think how do we do it is exciting and yeah, the hard part of it. How to be an attractive employer and how to make the people, all the employees proud, committed and competent, that's the question. I think I turn into that SPAR simulation now because we have launched the simulation training because that's one way for us to reach all our employees. We cannot go out to them, we cannot tell them to come into a center to go to course because it's too far and it's too expensive. So through the simulation training, we can reach them in one way. But of course, what happens in the store, how do the managers do with the simulation training in the stores, that's what the key point is. But this is a way to reach out to them. Yes, and maybe next generation's training.
Spar Norway's vision is we provide our customers with the best local shopping experience. We work in every store every day to achieve our vision. Spar was looking for a tool to assist in achieving this goal in a cost-effective and exciting way. Spar therefore partnered up with Potensi to develop a cutting-edge innovative simulation-based solution for all store and management employees. In the simulation, employees get to practice standard operating procedures and customer dialogues. The training is highly motivational and plays like a game. It stimulates to internal competitions between employees and stores. By training, learning and improving in a simulated reality, employees adopt best practice behavior. All employee learning and change in behavior is tracked and measured in the Attensi Performance Portal. The simulation can be extended cost-effectively to include areas like the fresh and delis department, customer service excellence and waste reduction. The Spar management now has an innovative and effective new tool to enhance the performance of all Spar employees across its numerous stores. We provide our customers with the best local shopping experience.
So we've been working with this for 1.5 years, and we are wondering if it works. When we started, we could, okay. I talk about this first. We measure success on feedback from players, customer satisfaction, and long-term revenue. And we really have some numbers now. And that's exciting because it shows that it works. But I'll come back to that. When we started, we had only the computer, but now we also can do the training on the tablet and like iPad and Android, but not Mac. We have had a lot of technical problems, but we are working on it and we are not giving up because we see that it works. And how we see that is that we have like a second round when we played from in November until December, and we see that the revenue growth. So I come back to that. We have 2 models. I think we were almost finished the second model when we were in South Africa, and in the second play round we played both the models. What we see is that the stores with the highest penetration experience the highest increase in sales growth. So you see it's different from those with the lowest training and those with the highest training growth. Is the difference on 2.3%. But it also shows that, of course, the retailer is very important Because if the retailer starts, more employees will attend and they will do it more times and it gives a kick in the store and they are competing and that works. If we look at this, you see that if everybody trained, the sales growth was highest, and if the retailer do it and he starts in a way, it works better. And the customers, not the customers because we haven't measured that now, but what you see is that the employees feel that they understand better how they can create a positive customer experience by doing this training. Because you have random situations all the time, you seldom get into the same situation 2 times in a row, and you have to really think before you are acting, and that makes you take energy into the training, and you learn. And now, what about Uskedalen? Have anybody been in Uskedalen? No, you should really go there because it's a nice place. And what about Rome? Have you been in Rome? Yeah, we also. I just tell you a little bit about Uskedalen. You see the spot there on the map. It's in the west coast in Norway. And for those who are going to the Congress, you will be nearby. And bring your umbrella. Uskedalen is a village in Kvinnherad in Hordaland, and the village has 607 residents. Maybe they go to 750, I don't know, but less than 1,000 people. And there one of our best retailers is located, and her name is Bente. And I will come back to Bente. Maybe you've met Bente, but yes, a lot of times maybe. In September, we took all our retailers to Roth, and we introduced Take the Lead. I don't know if that's good English, but it's rather translated from Norwegian, which is where we say ta ledelsen. And then Ole, you remember the guy in the red circle, my boss? He said that no, we are going to take the lead, and we are going to work on it, and we are going to increase focus on leadership. Because now we have been working on reinventing and increasing profit, and now we have to focus on leadership. And then we brought an old wise man, maybe some of you know him, Janne Karlsson, we call him in Norway. He is a Swedish businessman. He is most noted for being Chief Executive Officer for the SAS, you know, the airplane. Does anybody know Janne from earlier? Yeah. His book, Demolished Pyramids, this might be a little bit knotete engelsk. Yes, can somebody translate that? Norwegian English. Okay. But his book is still used in the universities as a pencil. Karlsson launched the idea of demolished pyramids in service companies to put all resources in the enterprise into strengthening the meeting between the customer and the employee to realize the best possible quality in the moment of truth. Based on experience from SAS, presented Karlsson ideas about flat organization, decentralization, and delegation of decision-making authority as necessary prerequisites for building a good service environment and necessity to create profitability through good service quality, customer satisfaction, and loyalty. So that's what it's all about. And he also, we're talking about that the leader must create loving environment where fear combated so that the employees should dare to take the responsibility. And I think that's just the same as you talk about, Keith, and what we all talk about, is how to meet the employees. and through good communication. So we took this into our working on the leadership, how to work with the leadership, how to work with it so that the customers should experience our vision and our employees to be down to earth, helpful and committed. So here we go, here's Bente again. You remember, where did she come from? Uskedalen, yes, that's right. We have a lot of good retailers, and we were thinking, how should we work on with this focus on leadership? How should we go on with that in Norway? And we decided to meet some of the best retailers, and then we had to go to Uskedalen to get Bente, and we brought some else. We brought Camilla, and we brought Johanne, and we brought Kjell Ove, and we brought Tore. Only 5, but 5 of the best. And we were interviewing them. Before we met them, we were interviewing them. What are they doing about the objectives? How do they make the communication, the information in the organization? How do they recognize? How do they work with development and cooperation in their stores? The 5 areas. And I can show you this. There are the 5 areas. We were interviewing them. What do you do? How do you work with these 5 areas in your store? And then we were writing it down, and then we met them, and then they were presenting for each other what they were doing, and then they presented a whole lot of tools. What do I use to do this? And why these 5? There's a student, he made his master, and he studied by 300 stores. That these 5 areas is atferd, is how to be, how to make good leadership in the store, and how to be lønnsom. I should know that word. Lønnsom, please. Yes, thank you. Ditlev, thanks. Good Danish also. Okay. So that's why we asked them about these areas. And now we have not finished any program, but what we think is that we have been together with them for 5 days, and we are working very carefully. We have been together with them for almost, these meetings has been for 5 months, and we are still working on how should we do this with all the rest of the retailers. How should we introduce it? How should we try to implement? Because Ola, my boss in the red ring, he says that I want everybody to work with these 5 areas. And you can't pick one, you have to work with all the 5 of them. And working through this, I experienced that they are working, Bente and Johanne and all our good retailers, they are really committed, and they are I feel there's a lot of passion when we are talking about this in the working group. And we are going to have a meeting, an event in September, where we are going to introduce this for all the retailers. And does it work to put something down over everybody's head? No, you can't. So we have to introduce this for all the retailers in a way that makes them feel that this works. So we are very curious about how to do it. Still, we don't know how to do it, but we are working harder on that now. And I can tell you more about that next year, and how did we do it and how does it work. Because Ole is very decided that this I'm going to do. And a whole lot of tools will come out, because the retailers, they introduce the tools. So, and nothing new really, just set in another, put into another system in a way. So nothing very new, maybe a new way to introduce something, and we are very curious about how it will affect, and how it will work on. But we are looking forward, and I'm looking forward to tell you the next year how it works. So, thank you.